It's one of the world's so-called 7 summits. They're the highest mountains at each of the 7 continents.
Everyone in this large expedition will make the journey through the foothills at their own speed, ever mindful of the perils of altitude sickness. 2 of the guys haven't even made it this far.
They spend 2 days ploughing through a long valley, but at long last, on day 3, Keith spots Aconcagua.
I've never seen anything like it. Let's take some snaps. I think it's climbable.
The altitude has claimed an early victim.
Cheers. How you doing? Where's Matt? We've got a problem with Matt. Right. I have to leave him because he couldn't come on. Right, that's what we thought.
Sorry, we have one problem. Problema. See, one of our group became ill. He wasn't well. Matt, as in Matthew. No, Matt, as in Matthew.
You're losing signal.
But the call lasts long enough for Danny to know the park ranger is now on the missing climber's case.
At least there'll be a point of contact for Matt. There's tent, stove, food and all the rest of it.
That's good news.
That's very good news.
Next morning, 3 climbers down. They press on towards base camp. This is base camp, 4,000 meters, about 13,000 feet, where they must rest again to let their bodies get used to the altitude. On the radio, Danny discovers Matt, the climber who dropped behind earlier, has been taken to hospital.
Jeremy, Matt had pulmonary edema. He'll get a flight back to UK in a day or so.
Pulmonary edema, one of the biggest killers up here. Lungs fill with fluid, the body rapidly starts dying. Like the others, Keith is checking himself constantly for symptoms.
I did feel rough yesterday, there's no doubt about that. But today I feel like an ox, real strong.
But the equipment they've been dragging up the mountain suggests otherwise. It was designed by Danny's father, and they're trying to find a way of spotting early signs of life-threatening conditions brought on by high altitude.
The patient lies on it, pedals away, and it acts as a platform that you can measure anything. So you can measure oxygen saturation, pulse, carbon dioxide output. Well, if you can predict where, or if you can see where the oxygen goes in the brain, that linked with how people perform at altitude can give you that prediction of who may be susceptible to acute mountain sickness or pulmonary or cerebral edema. If you can do that, you can save lives, which is pretty important, really. Thank you. 10.
You know the initial warm-up.
Everyone's relaxing in their own way. Danny tries to take refuge in sketching, but he's soon drawn into the next crisis. Keith has had bad news.
High altitude pulmonary edema. I've got fluid on my lungs.
This morning. Yeah, he's not well. The only thing it really emphasises is if you are feeling shite, do let Jeremy know, because once we get on higher, then it's going to be pretty bloody difficult to do anything about it.
I've given up so much to summit this mountain, and now to have it taken away, not through lack of preparation, but just bad luck. I've got to be pragmatic about it, I've got to accept it.
Several climbers down already. Will any of them ever reach the summit? We'll find out next time.